Hello and welcome to Cutting the Motion with me, the main host Yavor Ivanov, and with my favorite co-host Kubrat Ivanov, more known as Kubi. How are you, Kubi, today?
I'm good, I'm feeling good. It's a nice sunny day. How are you feeling?
Good, and we are in holiday season, so we're going to talk about holidays. So I will start with the first question, if you don't mind. What was your best holiday and your memories from that holiday?
The best holiday I probably went to was sunny beach in Bulgaria. I don't know, it was around 2017, 2018 when the World Cup was on, so the 2018 summer. And I remember everything, just that place there in Bulgaria had that aura, that energy. It was really pleasant there. The people that were working in the hotel resort as well, they were very nice to us as well. We made connections. We even played football with one of them on one of his days off, and just it was a great summer. As the people were great, the football was on, and it was just one of those holidays where no other holiday gave me that same feeling or could even be close to replicating it. So I'd say the sunny beach one.
Yeah, everything went together, and I remember particularly in this holiday it was the World Cup as well.
Yeah, it was very pleasant.
And the hotel we were only Bulgarians. There were the rest Polish and Russian. I don't know if they were Ukrainians, but I think they were Russians. And they never sit right beside each other because they dislike. They didn't fight, but they didn't sit to each other. And I remember in one of the matches with Germany, you bet me to go with a German national T-shirt. Yeah. And I went between the big group of Polish and Russian with my jersey of the German national team. They look at me weirdly, but nobody say anything. Yeah, it was a great holiday. It was this kind of holiday that everything falls in the right place, in the right moment.
Just the people there, the staff. Even when we went to the beach was nice. The food was nice. Everything was just perfect.
The manager was from area. I'm originally from Sofia, nearby area, which is more or less the same, kind of a little bit deprived. But it was a wonderful holiday, wonderful people in the hotel, the staff. Okay, my second question is, what thing you enjoy most when you go on holiday? Especially when you're in a beach holiday, going to the beach or enjoying the games and swimming in the swimming pool or hanging around in the hotel, playing games. What will be the most enjoyable?
You could do many of these things in Ireland, like going to the beach, going through that. So I'd probably say the food, because usually when we stay at hotels, they're all inclusive, so I can eat whatever I want, as much of it as I want, wherever it is, because usually you have your bars, you have your stands of food, you have your stalls, you have everything, and I'd say I enjoy eating the most, and then probably on a full stomach go out, lay in the sand, and then go into the beach. But I'd say I enjoyed probably eating the most, which is a very basic answer, I suppose, but it's the thing that gives me the most pleasure on holidays.
Yeah.
And what would be yours?
Mine, most of the hotels, inclusive, how you said, the variety of food is lovely. I enjoy it, even though I'm not a big eater. Enjoy the variety, and you have sometimes different types that you never tried before. I have to admit, I love the cocktails. A lot of hotels, they make really wonderful cocktails. And even when you get friendlier sometimes with the people in the bar, they might give you something special. I mean, not drugs, but like the last holiday, I became very friendly with the staff and tipped them away because I think people should appreciate everybody's work and tip them a little bit, no matter what work you were doing. And they were very friendly with me. I was friendly with them with all respect, and they gave me a wonderful, strong homemade rakia. I did also, only especially for me and for special guests.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the drinks, the food, and also playing with you and your sister and mother in the swimming pool and going to the beach. But just chilling out with a cocktail maybe is my favorite.
Yeah, just that tranquil feeling. You with your cocktails, me with my food.
Exactly. And my next questions to you is, Did you recognize these differences when you were on holiday, when you were a child and when you were a teenager? And is there is any different feelings? Because I don't want to go deeper in the philosophy, but they say when the childhood finish, then the person realizes that it's mortal. So I guess there is aspect in the holidays as well. Maybe the child feels in somehow different than when he's teenager, I guess. So did you find any different feelings when you're a child on holiday and when you're then teenager?
Yeah, it's probably maybe because I remember more, and that's why I enjoyed also the Sunny Beach holiday a lot, because it was probably the first holiday where I remember the most about, because we've visited countries together like Spain, we've been to Malta, we've been to many other places, but as you grow up, you start to see things from another perspective, slightly different, and also I feel like you can do more things when you're older. You know, I can go on a walk by myself, I can go roam around the hotel, I can speak to new people. Well, as a child, you're kind of on the dog leash, you know, always getting taken care of. No, you can't do this, that. And now as I've grown up, I can kind of eat as much as I want, you know, there's nobody really stopping me there. There's kind of less limitations, you could say, and you remember more of the holiday. Now, I'm sure the holidays as a child were fantastic, and I remember some of them, but as you grow up and
enjoy it more. And I have to say here something, throw a comment about the eating. When you were a child, we didn't restrict you to eat.
No, yeah, no, but like
I don't want to appear with your mom like a monster. Then you give you a slice of bread and that's it.
No, but like ice cream wise or something, like you're always worrying for the child, and you're like
chocolates.
Yeah, until you know, now I'm older. Now I can make my own decisions a little bit better. So if I eat 3 scoops of ice cream, you know, I don't do it on a daily basis here. I need to be held back until, as a child, you know, you're trying to get as much in as possible. So I'd say growing up, the holidays in their own way become better because you get more freedom. But as a child, I feel like they're also priceless, because those are your first memories with your parents from outside the home, and just traveling with them. So they're both great in their own separate ways. Now, my next question is: do you prefer to go on holidays as a family or just with your wife, being my mother? So
without you,
and my sister.
And sister. They are. I don't want to kind of hurt your feelings. But to be honest with you, there are different types. You can't say, oh, I enjoy it more without the kids or I enjoy with the kids. Now as you're grown as well, and when you're a child and your sister, you do funny stuff that if you're not there, obviously they can't happen. Yes, I went actually, let's be honest, only once with your mom or without you on holiday in Malaga in Spain. And we did enjoy it, but it's a different of enjoyment, more tranquility. You know, you don't have to think of the kids' clothes and or where they're running away, running around and maybe hurt themselves or whatever. You don't have these concerns. But again, it's different types of enjoyment. To be honest with you, slightly I would say I enjoy it more when we are all together.
Yeah, I'd say it's the best then.
You know, when you were a child and your sister now is a child, you do stuff that such funny stuff that if you're not there, obviously it can happen. And now as a teenager, I can do other things. You know, playing in different games. It's another level or different aspect of enjoyment. So really, well, if I have to be honest with you, maybe now and then I enjoy being only with your mom on holiday, but generally speaking, I will enjoy slightly more.
As a family.
With a family,
Great answer, good answer, because I was going to tell my sister, so. You've been to 7 different countries. Which one was your favorite visit and why?
Very good questions. Thank you for that. I enjoy all of them, except one. I did enjoy because, in a way, with my friends, I talking about England. I enjoy it, but England won't be my favorite in the list. My favorite in the list, maybe, when it comes to culture, history, will be Italy
Italy, yeah.
and Rome. Sicily, I fell in love with Sicily. We were
Yeah.
in Noto,
Yeah.
in a little called village, if I remember, called Mazzameti, and Noto, and Syracuse. I read so much about
Yeah.
Syracuse, this ancient city that I think is the oldest Greek settlement in so-called Magna Graecia, but I'm not going to go too much about
Yeah.
history. Italy, when it comes to culture, and even I would like to go on beach holiday in Sicily, even live there for 1 or 2 months if I can
Yeah.
in a year, and then Spain. Spain, I really like Spain.
Yeah.
It's something about it. I like Spain.
Yeah.
How I said, I enjoy all the countries: Czech Republic, Malta, but maybe these two, when it comes to culture and things, will
Yeah.
be Italy and then Spain.
Yeah, because of their historical significance, and you as a historian
Yeah, and the climate, the people in Sicily, I fell in love with the
Yeah,
landscape,
it,
with
yeah.
the culture, and it just you sense the antiquity in every step.
Yeah.
And in the same time, you have the sea, you have the culture, the people. Really, I'm in love with Sicily. And if I have one day money, I will buy a little house, and I wouldn't mind living half of the year there.
Yeah. So
And
really
Spain
nice.
as well. I enjoy all the places I visit in Spain. Canary Island has them charm. Malaga has its own charm. We were with you in Salou and Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona, I
Oh,
haven't seen
yeah.
many cities, all the cities in Europe, but in West Europe, well, the best is for me to live in is Dublin, but as a city, as a culture, as a beauty, after Rome, I would put Barcelona.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a magnificent city.
Yeah.
But all roads leads to Rome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my question is next to you is which people, because when you're on holiday you meet different people,
Yeah.
and where you enjoy the people most,
The
in
what?
which of your holidays, I mean not only in beach holiday,
Yeah.
holiday in general.
Holidays, probably go with the answer that's expected. Probably Bulgaria when we go back there, because when you're not only just at the beach holiday, you have the family there. Just visiting the family is always the most pleasant type of holiday that you can do, because we can only visit them ever so often throughout the year. And also, when you're going through a holiday and you speak the language itself, it's always an advantage. It's a different level of communication rather than it's more than just being a tourist. It's just you can click with the staff and the people more. So I'd probably say Bulgaria, just because it's convenient and we have a lot of family members there. So I'd say that's probably the country.
But you're right, when you speak the language and your roots from there, people look at you differently. And even if you're not, you go to Spain and you try to speak in Spanish, people look at you indifferent. But how you said the level in the country you have roots and you speak the language fluently is different.
Yeah.
The next question is a bit crazy, and the word crazy is in the question. What was and where was the craziest holiday and the craziest things you saw? I'm not talking about only beach holiday, wherever.
Yeah. Well, first thing that comes to my mind now was when we went over to Sofia, and I was staying over in my grandmother's, in your mother's apartment in Lulin. Now, if you don't know, if you don't know that area in Bulgaria, in the capital, it's, how can we say, it's not the most prestigious area. You can see anything, as you'll find out in a second. And one night I was watching the TV, football was on or something, and there's two balconies, one at the front, one at the back, because the apartment's facing both ways.
No.
And I'm in the sitting room where the front balcony is. I'm sitting there, and I don't know why. And I'm thinking fireworks. I don't know. Some young people are out there. They're partying, whatever. And I'm like, Grandma, what's going on here, grandmother? She goes, yeah, sometimes the people like to bring out their guns and shoot it out the window. And I go, what? So I run over to the balcony, open the window, and the first thing I see is two, gonna suppose 20-something-year-olds, young, just from the block that opposes us, with 2 pistols in their hands, and they're just firing it. I'm gonna suppose they're obviously drank a few beers or had definitely had something in their system now, and they're and eventually on the second or third night that happened, I opened the window. It's roughly around that time again, and the dude brought out a Kalashnikov, and he put it on semi-automatic. And I don't know, he must have shot the gun plenty of times because it takes a certain amount of skill for that. As he's holding the bottle in one hand, he's holding the gun in the other, which is facing outside the window. And he starts shooting it with one hand. And I couldn't believe, I was in awe then, because there's a huge difference between a pistol, maybe filled with gas, maybe filled with, the firework in the pistol, or even a bullet or a pellet. But then a Kalashnikov, now that's a different level of weaponry, and I couldn't believe that they had it there. So each night I was even a little bit, I was ecstatic every night because it's not something I'd see in Ireland, obviously. And each night it was a surprise. They might bring out the Kalashnikov, they might bring out the pistols, the fireworks. You don't know what could come out from that window. And it's really funny because it only occurred once while I've been there, and each year I've been trying to see if they'll do it, but maybe they only had that two-month period where they kept shooting at it. And I asked my grandmother, "Are you not concerned?" And she goes, "You know what? As long as my window isn't getting hit, I don't really care what they do." Like I go, well, that's fair enough. And I go, "How long has this been going on for?" Maybe like a month or two. Just this type of season, when it was like April, we go at the start of March, they started shooting guns, getting drunk maybe a little more. Well, I don't know why. She just goes, she was very calm about it, used to it. She goes, "It's quite irritating because it's 11, 12 in the morning, but it's fine because you get used to it."
Yeah, I grew up in this area, and I grew up 13 years, first years of my life. It was in communism. It was more law and order, but after that, this area, Lublin, changed a lot.
Yeah.
There is more crime, more guns, more weapons, because also it's the biggest area in the whole Bulgaria. It's 300,000 people.
And it's not considered a city.
It's a city in the city.
Yeah,
it's and it's a tunnel linking. The tunnels linking this area with the rest of the city, and they say once you pass the tunnel in Zapaden Park or West Park, it's a different dimension.
Oh, but it is, because when you walk to the end of the tunnel, it's a totally different place. Whether it be from the fashion to the way the buildings look to where the actual area looks, and the attitude, the people. I'm not gonna forget. I was out with my other Bulgarian friend. We had met up, and we're going through the metro, and 3 people were there. They were drinking or whatever. And my friend, he's doesn't notice things. He's just looking. We have to go this way, that way. And I sensed something towards the right of me as we go down there in the Lublin metro station. There was 3 people, and they were about to jump us. And then suddenly, as I turned back to fight back, they run back. So I was like, I've been to many parts of Bulgaria. They instantly, some people are under the influence from the very start of the day. It's like a culture of its own. You can't compare this to any other part of Bulgaria, whether it be high up in Macedonia or whether it be in the village or even other parts of Sofia. No. The people from Lublin are the people from Lublin. Some of the experience I've had there and some of the things I've seen it's really...
I know there is some tough areas in Dublin and also in Burgas, the second biggest city in the coast of Bulgaria, but the scale and the vastness of this area is not as big as Lublin, and I think the widest part is less and less crazier. But and also in the countryside in Macedonia, for example, in Shupluk, they can beat you only for the fact that you've been in the capital. But in Lublin, they can beat you
for whatever reason.
Because the color of your runners.
The people there are...
Oh well, thanks for that answer. It was interesting.
Many experiences there. So now this is suppose, a family controversial question because
Not careful there.
which person irritates you the most while on holidays? Whether it be for their forgetfulness, whether they're always complaining, or always something that's just on your nerves, or complaining about maybe the hotel, the climate, the weather, or always bored for whatever reason. Obviously,
Yeah.
there are different types of irritations that people offer.
Well, thank God your mom doesn't watch our podcast.
Oh yeah.
So your mom maybe is the first.
Yeah.
She always forgets something. She always complain about something.
Yeah.
Oh, the hotel, look at this, look at that.
Yeah.
Thank God recent years you learned to not to complain and to focus on the positive side of the holiday.
Yeah.
But she will be very forgetful. But also when it comes to forgetfulness, you are the same level like your mom. You win the first prize. Your sister, in her own way, she can be very moody or very picky when it comes to food. Or I don't want to go this time in the beach. No, I want to go to
she
this.
lies a lot.
She lies terribly. So yeah, but I remember one particular holiday. Your sister wasn't born yet. You and your mom in Fuerteventura.
Yeah, but I know exactly.
Oh Jesus, what a holiday! Forgive me that I'm using your holy name.
I was
Ginny
sad,
Mac. The first 3 days, your mom was crying that the weather was bad. That the apartment we paid too much, and look at the hanging out lights, and here it's not painted well. Really, I was going mental 3 days. And when we even went to the beach, I said, listen, let's cheer you up. Look at the beach. It's plenty of seaweeds and things like that. I said, okay, let's go for a cocktail and relax, please. And we went, and you know what happened? I won't forget it.
Oh.
It was clouds.
Yeah.
The table, I'm not joking, the table,
Yeah.
my side of the table, because I was positive probably,
Yeah.
was sunshine.
Yeah.
The part of your mom's table, when she was sitting right beside me, was with shadow
Yeah.
from the cloud. I said, look, even maybe God want to send you a message. Enjoy, because as long as you always focusing on the negative things, the negative thing will happen. And she was laughing, you know. And then after 3 days, she kind of accept her fate, that the apartment is not what she was expecting, and the beaches and all that. You start to cry.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why are you crying? My God, I thought you enjoyed. Yeah, I'm enjoying, but I don't want to leave. And you cried 3 days. So really, I need some tablets on that holiday.
Yeah, but I was 6 or 7 now, obviously.
Well, I forgive you, but you know, but when it comes to forgetfulness and things like that, even though your mother is very organized, without her we can't do it properly. But forgetfulness, you and your mom first. Morning, your mom and your sister. They win the race.
I'm never going to forget last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, when we went to Pumorie, she didn't want to leave the room because she had already eaten. She had gotten up nice and early. And she was like, oh, I don't feel very well. Oh, and she's very smart because she's very, she's just knows how to manipulate people. She does it, and she knows that my mother is gonna react. So she has to stay back. I'll stay with her because she worries straight away. And we just gave each other the look like, okay, whatever. And then we come back. We had eaten our food or whatever. We were going somewhere, and she just didn't want to go. And she was worrying, my mother was. She was like, oh, maybe we need to get our tablets, maybe. And you were like, enough of this shit. Let's go. We're going to say a place that she would like to go to. And you'll see how magically she'll feel all better. I don't know what you said. We're going to get ice cream and then go on the beach or something she really wanted to do straight away. And instantly she, you know what? I'm actually feeling better now. Yeah, let's get up, get you. And my mother, she was like, she saw it through it. We were like, see, she just looks after her own interest. So
yeah, well, yeah. My question, but will be the same like yours, but this time is for the positive side. With which member of the family you enjoy the holidays when you're there?
So now, my mother or my sister don't watch this, so it's perfectly fine. I love going on holidays with you because let's just say there aren't many limitations. There are there are some rules, but not how can we say holiday ruining rules. Because even when we go on holidays, even still, my mother tries to apply these rules of don't do this, don't do that. When you're on holidays, the place where you're meant to be relaxing and loosening them.
Counting your ice creams, your cocktails for me.
Or whatever. Exactly. So even when we come back here in Ireland and it's just the two of us, the holidays are the best because first of all, I love eating every type of food, but I'm a carnivore. I love eating my meat. I don't. If I have a choice between a soup or a burger or a meat, just in general, a steak, I'd much prefer eating the meat. So with her, when she's not here, for example, if she's staying over in Bulgaria with Diana, first of all, the diet changes. I'm never gonna forget. It was us two, while in Ireland, while Diana and my mother were in Bulgaria, and we were together for 20 odd days, 2 weeks and a half together.
Oh, months and months.
Yeah, it was a long time.
A month.
And I'm not gonna forget, obviously you're a very fit and strong man. You're like, Kubi, I don't know why, but you work in the hospital. I got my blood tested and my cholesterol is just a tad bit over the average, the healthy limit. And then I go, that's a bit strange, isn't it? And then I'd woken up late, it was maybe like 12 or 1, and I'm eating my Irish breakfast, with my pudding, sausages, baked bean, rashers, all the goods, in there. And I'm digging into that. And it was one of those realization moments. And maybe we were 3 weeks into our stay together, and I was thinking, what did I have for dinner? And you cook these very nice dinners mixed in with vegetables and meat, and I was like, okay, that was for dinner. What was for lunch? I go, well, I had Irish breakfast for lunch and breakfast. Let's go back to the previous day. I'll go, steaks. I go, let's go back to the meal before that. I go, pork. And the meal before, ribs. And then it clicked for 3 straight weeks, for 3, 4, 5, 6 meals a day. All we were consuming was meat. There was no soup. There was no balance. It was just meat.
Unfortunately, I cook only,
the good stuff. Yeah. And even then, things like that make you just chuckle or realize what's going on. Just the change of lifestyle. Because when sometimes I'm with my mother, and let's not talk about my sisters, it's just a sibling thing. Sometimes you need that time off. With your sibling. They're annoying as it is, so it'd be better off sometimes to get those breaks. With my mother, she always, can we balance it out, and it's the small things like that add up in total. The attitude, for us it would be the diet.
Limitation for ice cream, the timing for you for ice cream.
And even for things like training, I can train, more. So it's just those small things that add into the whole of our stay together that I enjoy the most. Yeah,
don't reveal everything because in our surprise maybe your mother will watch that episode.
Specifically this episode, and then we're in trouble. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. That was a great conversation with you, Kubi, about our previous holidays. Hopefully we will have some nice soon, I hope. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So it was a great episode. I like how this was a more positive one. Sometimes nothing too deep. It was more a simplistic one where we cover our own personal favorite times. Going back in the past. And to anybody that enjoyed listening to us and conversing and maybe even laughing at how our family situation is while we're on holidays, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And if you want to get notified on any other new videos, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you in the next one.